Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube. It is Thursday, 16th of March, and I'm a little bit later. It's nearly 20 past 6, so we're going to lose the light pretty quickly, so I'm going to rattle through this. I have forgotten to bring my book, so I don't have my figures with me, but I can show you my progress, and I'm here to do my weekly cross-stitch update. So how's everybody been? Everybody had a good week? My kids are, well, most of the kids in the UK have been on strike this week, so my kids got Wednesday and today, Thursday, off. Lizzie, my sixth former, she's sitting her A-levels. She's in the lower sixth, so she sits her A-levels at the end of next year. She's meant to be in, but today we did a day today. We had to go to the dentist, which is about 25 miles from my house in the other direction, because I've kept the same dentist for like, God, nearly 30 years. That's frightening. That's frightening. I've had the same dentist since I was 22. No, not quite 30 years then. I'm 46. 25 years. So it's where I lived originally in Hexham. So yeah, but I've told you about dentists before now. So anyway, so I took Lizzie there. She picked up her nighttime bite guard, you know, to stop her from clenching her jaw while she sleeps. So we picked that up. Then we went to IKEA, which was onto Gateshead, so further in the wrong direction. So I called Lizzie in and said, I'm really sorry. None of her teachers were going to be in. She wasn't going to have any lessons, but the sixth form block was open, so they were meant to go. So I'm terribly sorry. She's got the dentist and it's a long way away. So yeah, I'm giving her the day off. She didn't mind. So we went to IKEA, got a few bits and bobs, and then we went through on to South Shields, where I went to college 30 years ago, and we went for a nice little walk along the beach. We were actually inside the breakwater. If you know South Shields, we parked at the car park with the Weebles, if you know South Shields. And then we went through the time tunnel, which I have to pay online for. Thank you for reminding me. I must do that. And then we just sort of tootled back. So we had a good day, and yeah, so now it's later in the day. But cross stitch I have done. Doesn't feel like I've done a lot of progress this week, but kind of have. I have a finish, another finish. I have finished my Alice, my snow globe, my Jardin Privé Alice snow globe, which is finished and looks like this, which I really like. I really like it. It's done. I love him. He was the thing that made me buy him. As you can see, I've got light behind me. What can I put behind it to stop it from showing? Something that's bright yellow. There we go. You can see him now. That's a bit better. Not as good as light as normal, but equally I can't bother going to get my big light. It's going to get dark. We're going to go quick. So that is the companion piece to this one, which is the Little Red Riding Hood, which I finished some time ago, which is there. So that's that one's done. So they're finished and done, and I'm really pleased they're done. And I did quite a chunk on my bothy threads. I'm still behind. I should have finished number 2 and be halfway through number 3 by now. Loosely looked like this the last time you saw it, and now it looks like this. So number 2 is, as you can see, I'm getting on. These big gaps here are mostly the 2 greens, and then this all is gold. All of this bit here and this swirly thing at the bottom, that's all gold as well. So I've got quite a chunk of gold to go. And then, because I had the piece of pattern with me, I started number 4, which is 4 French hens. So there's the head, the top of those two French hens, and then there's 2 more there with a 4. So I started number 4. I have since located my pattern piece for number 3. So number 3 will go in here. So I'm going to try and get these 3 done by the end of April. Obviously not in neat specific order, but I'm going to try and catch myself up a little bit with those. And then my Live Gently, sorry, I'm going to go really quick because I know it's going to get dark. I feel a little blurred. Give me a second. Right, I've put my light on and I've got to sit, because it's there, so I've got to sit here now. Sorry. Right, what was I saying? Yeah, my bossy threads. That's better. So you can see 1, 2, 3 will go here where the dirty cat paws are. It'll get washed anyway because it's on gridded Ada. So I started number 4. So hopefully by next week 2 will be done and I'll start doing the outline of the 3. You can see I've started to put the gold in because I'm not leaving the gold till last again. Did that on that one and it was laborious. I'm getting much better with this gold. I'm getting the hang of it. I've got a gammy finger, cut my finger at work yesterday. It's open and dry, so, but it's impeding me rather because it's right where I stitch. Because I stitch like this. So yeah, it's hurting. That's why I've got a gammy finger in all of this. Live gently. Whoa, my light went weird then. Sorry, I'm going to struggle with my light. I'm a bit late on in the day. So Live Gently looked like this last week when you saw it, and I've got on really well with this and I'm hoping for a finish before next week. Here we go. As you can see, I'm nearly done. This is the bottom. That's down to the bottom that side, and that's just about not, I've got like 2 stitches in that corner and I'll be at the bottom that side. So I've just got this bit. So this earth is done, and then there's lots of flowers and leaves in this bit. It's not just a solid chunk of stitching, so I'm getting there. Very nearly done with this. Really love it. I still love these colours. I filled in my random brown stitch there. Not that it made any difference at all, but I filled it in, so it's done. So nearly there with this one. So as you can see, it's almost full coverage. The only the white's non-full coverage, so round the live here, the gently, the outline of this and the top half of these letters, that's the only, and this top of this flower here, this flower bud here, and these little white flowers are the only non-full coverage pieces on it. The rest of it is just stitching, but I love it. I love the effect. It's lovely. There's lots of stitching in it. So that's this one, Live Gently Upon This Earth. This is an Emma Congdon from her Cross Stitch for the Earth book, which is a lovely book. I will be stitching more. This will be my second one from that book, and I will be stitching more. 3 more to show you. I'll quickly show you my Dodgy Chinese kit, my Merida kit, which I have put in quite a bit of work. I don't have my figures, but that's now there. So I've finished some of the back. I was doing some background here last night, so these are the little sprightly things on her dress, and there's some leaves there, and yeah, so I did a little bit of that last night. Really easy when you're tired. I take just one length. It splits into 3 strands because it's a 3-strand piece. It's 11 count, so I pick like two long lengths, split them into 3, so it's like 4 lengths of threads what I'm putting into that. When I'm just about ready for sleep, I'm just putting in a strand of 939, and it works out a couple of 100 stitches, that's all. So it's good to keep on at it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it looks when it's done, if you see what I mean. Just to do one. Okay, I can tell you on Pattern Keeper now what my Treasure Hunt bookshelf and Bountiful bookshelf, which I've worked on both this week, quite well on both of them. Let me go up to Bountiful bookshelf. Bountiful bookshelf is now at 8.82%, so I've put in a few thousand stitches. The book I'm working on is Snow White. It looked like this last week. I've not moved the Q-snap, so it looks like this today. I'm sitting on it. This is 18 count. So I got Ada. I'm using 2 strands of DMC. This is standard size, just the ordinary pattern. As you can see, you can now just about read Snow White, and I'm filling in all this. Hopefully I'll have the book nearly finished next week. All this background is just, I think, 2 or 3 colours now to fill in here. I had to buy one. It was 3828. Never owned it. How have I still got colours I've never owned? Anyway, so I'm filling in this one as I go now, and that's where it is. So I'm hoping to get the background all finished, and then I'll work on, because obviously she's in a bright red cloak, I assume, in the middle here. I'm quite looking forward to stitching her, but I'm leaving all the reds. If I click on a symbol and it's red, I'm leaving it because I want to do all of these tan colours and the pale beigey colours here. I want to get them out of the way first, and then I'll crack on and get her finished. I'm going to do what I did with the Land of the Lost Toys, completely finish the book, and then, as you can see, I've still got I've got the border bookshelf to do, which I'm going to have to go back and do. I've been a bit more careful to try and do some of this. Once I finish this book, rather than pushing this way, I'm going to push up and see if I can get this, because I mustn't forget about the border, because I don't want to finish this and then go, oh my god, now I've got to go back and stitch in the side of the bookshelf. So I've got that to do. So Bountiful Bookshelf I'm carrying on with, and I've put in yesterday and the day before yesterday a couple of thousand. I'm still a long way off my percent for the month on my sorry, I've not got my, I've said that already, I've not got my book, so I've not got my figures. On my treasure hunt bookshelf I'm at the 0.37, so I've still got 0.63 to go, which is, oh, too many stitches. So I've got 63 times 72. I've still got 4,500 stitches to go this month. So I've only done 3,000 this month, so I need to pull my finger out and get on with it. Last week it looked like this here. This week I haven't moved the Q-snap, I don't think at all. I moved it a tiny wee bit to get a couple of stitches off one side. It's actually in quite squint at the moment. I'm just looking at it, realising that my bookshelf is crooked. And it looks like this now. I'll hold it like this so it looks slightly straighter. As you can see, it's in crooked, but it makes no difference when you're stitching. You can see I've put in a lot of stitches here. This no longer looks like a man or a banana. I'm thinking it's possibly a carriage, like a caravan. I don't know. I'm still waiting to see. I'm looking at it through the camera to see if I can see what it is yet, and I can't. There's still a lot. This is confetti hell. These books are easy peasy in comparison to this. See, I think this might be, I don't know what this is here. There's so clearly something circular there, and that's obviously the roof of something, and then these structural supports. I'm not going to look at the pattern. My light just went out. Now that's really gloomy. I think we are, I have no charge in my light left. Right, we're going to have to just keep on with this. Sorry guys. I'll just wrap this up with this really no light going on thing. So, oh, that's pretty terrible, isn't it? Can I do anything to make this better? Oh, now I look like some of my difficult Christmas videos in really bad light. This is really bad. I'll wrap this up really quickly. I'm going to get that finished off. I'm now using the aid of torchlight. Dear oh dear, I'm so professional. Don't watch me, I'm crap, I'm unprofessional. Anyway, I'll wrap this up pretty quickly guys. So my plans for the coming week are to get a big chunk on my treasure hunt bookshelf done, finish Live Gently, and finish the number 2. Oh god, I'm just going to get on. I'm going to keep on stitching the programs, the pieces that I'm currently stitching. This is a terrible video guys. I should have done it earlier on in the evening. I'm sorry. My lighting's terrible and my light's just run out of charge because it's been sitting for a month and not being used. I can hear the bundles opening, so I assume the starlings are out, as is their evening wont. There they go. Yep, I've got a big bunch of starlings up ahead. Let's hope they murmur into shot behind us, but they probably won't because they usually go to the front of the house. Right guys, scary lighting, terrible lighting all the way through. I do apologise. I've managed to show you my pieces. So one finished this week, hopefully one finished next week, and then I'm just going to batter into my full coverages and try and get those up to scratch for the end of the month. It's the 5th, is it the 15th? It's the 16th, so we're only just over the hump of the month, so I'm doing alright for the month, I think. Right guys, scary lighting, and I will see you next week. I will try and do this much earlier next week. We should be on normal time trajectory next week, so I'll try and do it at normal time in nice light. Plus it'll be much lighter next week because the clocks will have turned, I think. No, the clocks go next Sunday night, so we've got another week before the clocks go. Right guys, I will see you really soon. Take care of yourselves. Sorry about this terrible video. Hopefully you've all been stitching and none of you have looked up at all. So you haven't noticed that the light's been like on, off, backwards, forwards. I'll see you next week guys. Bye.